minute break to assimilate all the stuff that I was just giving you, and then we'll come back with that one. Okay? Let me and let's go ahead and log into our Microsoft account on office.com. Okay. So we'll use it. I'm already signed into mine. Here it is. You see it on the screen right there. The welcome screen for Microsoft Office. See, it has installed Office by Office. We don't need to do neither one of these things. We're just going to do the online Office. Okay. And we're going to be following page number 121 of the textbook, creating a business letter with a letterhead and table. Wow, this is really complicated. Not only we're creating a letterhead, because you can create your own letterheads for your own personal use or for your business, but you can do that. I can show you my letterhead that I use for when I do letters or recommendations that are personal. I have my own personal letterhead that I created. I think it's pretty cool.
How do we get out of your page again? Sue told us you hit enter.
No, I think you press the escape key. Remember the escape?
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
I'll pick up my full screen on yours.
Thank you so much.
So everybody's back. Let me read you the objectives. If you can follow on page 121. Objective says you will have mastered this material when you can change margins, insert and format a shape. I don't know if I have shapes here, but I will check. Change text wrapping, insert an online picture and format it. We already done that, so we're pretty good at that. Insert symbols, add a border to a paragraph. Clear formatting, convert a hyperlink to regular text, apply a style, set and use tabs to stop. We already learned that. Remember the tab key actually allow you to set up different steps. Insert the current date, create, modify, and insert a building block. Insert a word table. Enter data in the table and format the table. Address and print an envelope. I don't know if this one has it. So let's say everybody, if you're already in your account, go ahead and click on Word. This is Word right here. So you click on this little icon right here once you sign into your account. And then it gives you these options. We're gonna create, let me see. Before we click on that, let me just show you. In a business environment, people use documents to communicate with others. Business documents can include letters, memos, newsletters, proposals, and resumes. An effective business document clearly and concisely conveys its message. It has a professional, organized appearance. You can use your own creative skills to design and compose business documents. Using Word, for example, you can develop the content and decide on the location of each item in a business document. Right? So our project is going to be a business letter with a letterhead and a table. And if you notice on page number 122, WD 122, it shows a picture of it. Just a picture of a business letter. And you know what? I have my arm, Linda. I bought it. I haven't really installed it. But I don't know.
I can't wait to see it.
I know. So this is the page that I'm talking about. That's the letter. Yeah. Barely see it. It's okay. You don't have to see it because you and I are going to create it together. So.
I'm sorry, Mr. Vasquez, what page are you on?
It's page 122. WD 122. All right, so the first thing is, let me see what we're gonna do here. Run Word, okay, so we're gonna run Word. So let's go ahead and start a new blank document. So once you click right here, this button right here, it will create a new blank document. So let's go ahead and do so. And that will take us to the blank document. So this is Word with a blank new document here. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in so you guys can, I wanna see my page bigger because I'm zooming in so everybody can see what I'm typing and what I'm doing here, okay? So here's my zoom in page at 180, maybe it's good enough. I'm zooming to 180. Zoom in. All right. So I'll wait till everybody has their Word running, their program. Let's see here. It does have tables, so perfect. I was thinking maybe it doesn't have tables, but it does have the tables right here. So we're gonna insert a table. Really nice. Right. It says if you're using a computer to step through the project in this module and you want your screens to match the figures in this book, you should change your script text. So we don't have to do none of that. Run Word, create a blank document. We already did. If necessary, maximize the word in window. So I'm always, don't ever look at me. And it's the thing here, we have to do it this way, but always they want you to work on a maximized window. You can see all the options because look at, see all the stuff that you see here on my menu. If I minimize the window, I don't see all the features. They're hidden. So they always recommend to work on a maximized window because it makes your window not only bigger, but it also gives you all the options available. In the print layout button on the status bar, not selected, click so your screen is in print layout. We're already in print layout, so we're good on that part. They want us to use the show and hide buttons, but I know that throws everybody off, so I don't know if we want to do that.
Fortunately, on my laptop, I am maxed out as much as I can. So
No. I'm just saying it's recommended. Okay.
Right.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do first. Display the page with the document. Okay. They want us to change the margin. Look at display the print layout to adjust the margin. So we're gonna adjust the margins first thing. So look at the first thing I want to do is to go to let me show you. The first thing we wanted to do is go to the layout. See the margins right here? So layout on the menu and then margins. And I'm looking at the picture. It says to adjust the margins. Click moderate and you adjust margins. Moderate setting, is that what the one? Okay. Oh, here's the moderate, see that? The moderate setting. You see it right here? So they want us to click on layout, margins, and then go to this one. Go ahead and do that. And this, you don't see nothing visually that happened, but what it is made the margins on the sides a little smaller to 0.75 or 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and 1 inch on the top and on the bottom. Okay, so let me clear that. All right, once we have the margins completed, we're ready to create our letterhead. They want us to use shapes, but I don't know if I have shapes here. So let me try to see picture, comment header, page number, symbols, add-ins. Let me see something here. Allow settings. Oh no, this is stuff that we don't need. All right, so it doesn't have. We're gonna have to do it without the shape because this version that we're using, it has no shapes. So here's what we're gonna do. We're still gonna use some sort of a square on it. All right, so let me see. I'm seeing what's going on here and what we need to do. I'm skipping some pages because we don't have the shape, so I'm gonna use a different thing to create a shape. All right, so this is what we're gonna type. All the way down to page 130 where we're gonna add the text. So we're gonna type Village of Apple Park. Right. It needs to be centered, so we're gonna center it in the middle of the page. So center, alignment. On the home tab, you click on alignment and then center. And then we're gonna put village, what is it? Village of Apple Park. Just talk about Apple, that's funny. Village of Apple. So, and it's small text right now, but we're gonna make it bigger on the next step. They want us to type that and then make sure you center it. This is the center alignment right here. And make sure you're on the home tab. Because we were on the layout for the margins. Then we switch back to the home tab. And here's where the center is, right? Oops. Center, there it is. All right, so now the next thing is they want us to make it bigger, to change it to size 26. So I'm gonna highlight this and just change it right here. Size 26. All right. Size 26. Let me see if there's any type of no, what I have no. Nothing like that. The only thing we can use, let me see, it says drag them to the case. It's right in the home tab. Font size 26. And then with the text selected, click the bold. So we're gonna bold it now. So right here, the little B here or there is the same thing, okay? Bold it. So size 26 bold. And you know what? I don't think he has, let me see if he has, no, it doesn't have that option of, oops, sorry, let me undo. So there it is. We don't have that option of using shapes, so I'm gonna skip that part for the shapes, okay? They want us to actually use some sort of background like we did on the we use the highlighter. Remember, we use the highlighter for that, but I don't know if I want to do that for this. I'm just gonna leave it like that, okay? Now we're ready to insert an online picture. They want us to insert an online picture, an apple. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's insert an online picture. And I'm looking at the final product to try to match it and just going on the steps. I'm skipping some of the steps because they're actually not available on this free version, okay? So they want us to put two little apples on the side of this text. All right, so I'm gonna go and we're gonna go to the insert picture. And let's use the big pictures because they're easy to find there. Put the word apple. Oh, here, apple. As a matter of fact, there's already a category for apple. Look at, there you go. Pick the apple you like. Make sure you get a clip art. This is picture or photo, and this is clip art. Okay. For this, we want to use not a real photo, not a real picture, but clip art. This will do. One of these right here is very similar to the one they're showing on the screen. So I'll get this one for mine. I'm gonna insert it. Don't forget, it might be huge, but it's okay. Don't worry about that. We need to just to resize it. Okay, so insert your picture. We're gonna resize it to, I think it's about one inch. But let me show you how we're gonna do that. So insert your picture first. Before we resize it, don't forget we're gonna grab we're gonna lock the aspect ratio. Remember that? Because that way it makes it small on all the sides. And that way we don't have to do the height and the width. We can do either one of them and it will shrink. So I'm gonna go 1 inch, look at, I'm shrinking it, and automatically went back to the top. I don't have to do nothing. I'm gonna go 1 inch. Well, you know what? Maybe ½ inch. I think ½ inch looks a little better there, ½ inch. All right, so go ahead and insert your picture, make it ½ inch size. Don't forget to do the lock aspect ratio first, and then you shrink the height to be ½ inch. It shows right here. So let me just highlight that. ½ inch. Don't forget to do the lock the aspect ratio. We're gonna insert the picture right here using the Bing pictures. Because they have, as soon as I click, they have the apples there. So I just click on apples and I got that apple.
You get that aspect ratio.
On the insert tab?
Yeah, and no. After you insert it, once you have the picture, then you'll see this. Because remember, this is the picture tools. This doesn't really appear. If I click away, look at it. If I click away from the image, this part disappears.
Oh, I see it. Thank you, Mr. Vasquez.
Only when you double click on the image, look at, then the picture tools appear. This only appear when you have the picture selected. And how do I know it's selected? Because it has these little circles around it. They're called handles that allow me to handle the picture. So always lock the aspect ratio so that way it shrinks from everywhere. Proportionally, they call it. All right, so look at what I'm gonna do next. Everybody has a picture? Are you still looking for the picture?
All right.
I'm
I'm doing
Vasquez.
the same amount that you did, but my apple looks very tiny. Is that
Fish.
okay?
You know what? Because remember, I'm zooming. Yeah, it will be the same, almost the same.
Yeah.
A little bigger than the text. Will be fine.
Okay, and it's next to the
Next to
writing,
the
right?
part, the word part.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Vasquez, how did you put the apple up there? Because I'm trying and
Yeah. Once you shrink it will automatically go on the top.
all right.
Get
Thank
to
you.
½ inch, okay?
Are we supposed to take the handles off?
Well, once you click away, they go away. Again, if I click away from the image, they disappear. If I click on the image, they come back.
Oh, okay. Should I leave them on?
No, you can just click away.
Okay.
So that way because they're a little, you know, they throw you off a little bit when you see them in like, they're a little annoying, I would say. All right, let me show you what we need to do. If everybody has got their picture, we're ready to make a copy of this picture. Look at how we do this. There's many ways to do it. An easy way that I always find to make copies of items on the screen. Look at this. If I press that, don't do it. Just look at my screen right now, okay? I'm gonna click in the middle of the image right here. I'm gonna press the Control key. I'm gonna click on the middle of the image and then drag it. And let me see if it's happening. No, it's not happening. So it doesn't work on this. Right? It works on the regular Word, but not on this. Maybe it's out. No. Let me just shift. No. All right, it doesn't work. So what I need to do is just basically right click on it, make a copy. Make a copy of it. And then right here, click over here and then paste it. See that? So I right click on it and I use a copy on the menu and I paste it on the other side. So now I have two apples.
Oh,
The same image, they want it on both sides.
And then once I put the cursor over there, I hit Control V.
You can press Control V. That's the shortcut for pasting. I usually use that. It makes it easier. But for this, I wanted to show the menu, paste menu.
Okay.
So I right click on the picture and there's a menu that comes up and I'm gonna select copy from the menu. I go on this side and then I can actually right click again and then that's the paste or Control V. So now I have two apples. Now, but one problem that I'm seeing here, this apple, look at the stem is going this way, and on this one the same way. I will have to move this one so it faces the other way. Oh, I'll have to rotate it. How do I do that? Right here, rotate. See, when I click on it, I can rotate it horizontal. So I'm gonna flip it horizontally. Look at what's gonna happen. See that?
Wow.
I'll do it again because I did it too fast, maybe. So I click on the image to get the picture tools, and right here on the rotate menu, it says flip horizontal. So I'm gonna flip it. Look at. Now see, notice how one apple is going this way, the other one the other way, the opposite way. That's how they want you to do it. Okay? So rotate or basically flip horizontal this apple.
Don't have that.
Double click on the apple.
What do I do? I hit flip or rotate left.
Let me see if I double click on this. Right here, rotate. It says
Yeah.
flip.
Horizontal. There we go. Yeah.
Don't forget to double click on the M to select it.
Yeah, I got it. Perfect. Thank you.
Right, that's flip really quick. You can do it for all kinds of items. Any item on this.
Mr. Vasquez, question, do you click on the rotate menu?
Yeah, rotate menu. So double click first on the picture to add picture tools and then rotate. And then you scroll down where it says flip horizontal. So it's going to flip it.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you.
And now see what it does. It makes, look at, it makes the images kind of like going opposite. And that's what they want. I see on the actual assignment here, the picture they have, they have it like that. So I just kind of did it exactly the way they have it.
Put it in a mug, no?
Huh?
Put it in a mug. Voy a tomar un tea.
All right, so we're good. Now look, the next thing is put our text. Okay. Fix something before. Okay. Doesn't have that option that I was looking for. All right, so look at once I'm at the end of the apple. See, don't notice the insertion point. I'm gonna press enter. And then I'm gonna go back to size 12.
Did you say 12, Mr. Vasquez?
Size 12, and don't forget, look at, we want no spacing right here. So, wait a minute, before we do that, okay. It's because this version is before, let me go back right here. Look at, before I go to the next page, I'm gonna go no spacing. No, I can't do it there. I'm sorry. I have to do it once I press enter. There. So right here, I'm gonna do no spacing, and then center it. Okay. So it will get a little closer to the worst village of Apple Park.
Excuse me, where was the no spacing, sir?
Right here.
I can't see.
It's right here on the menu on the home tab.
It's not toasted, huh?
Yeah, I'm at the home tab and then where do I go?
Hot water. See it.
I'm sorry, I can't see. Could you draw your arrow for me?
Take it back.
Where
No,
it is?
here, take it back. Put it on the table, please. Doesn't have tea.
What's he?
No, I want it to be toasted. I don't like it like that.
Oh my God. All right. Let me tell you, if you try it, Windows is minimized. If you expand it, you'll see that no spacing right here. You see it on my screen? Here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Got it.
I'm trying to expand it and find mine too, but I can't seem to do that.
Me too. I can't see my no
Yeah,
space.
I don't have that either, Mr. Vasquez, and mine.
You don't have it?
It should be,
And in the paragraph, I
you
have
guys
to
can
click
have
on
it under
paragraph
style.
and it has
Style is
spacing single, spacing double, or multiple, but it doesn't have no spacing.
Yeah, I think they took it away from our stuff.
Because we're using the word online or whatever.
No, no,
Well, laptop. I think the laptop has a lot to do with it.
no, let me tell you. No, yes, no spacing is the same as one single space.
Oh, single space then?
Single space, because it's usually
Okay.
set to 1 point something, 1.25.
Okay.
So
Because
now,
in this program, I go to paragraph and then there's an arrow and I have to click on that arrow so I can get the paragraph, and then in the spacing, so we can go to single, 1.5, double, or multiple. So then it's single.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez.
all right, so
Oh, you know where you can find it on the 3 little dots. I think that's spacing.
also you can find it there. I forgot to tell you that.
Okay, line spacing here. We go. You
All right.
said no, normal, right?
Normal. No, not normal. No spacing. Or
Or not.
line spacing, set it to 1.
Set it to
Okay.
1.
Set it to 1.
Okay, found that.
Then we're gonna type the following here: 15. Enter. All right, they want us to insert a symbol first. Look at, so we're gonna put 15 and then we're gonna insert a symbol. So after the number 15, you go to insert and then on symbol, look at, see this little circle right here? It's a bullet, like that. And then we're gonna put the word space separator in it. We're gonna put the word center. Is it a bullet? No, you know what? It's not a bullet. It's high. Never mind, guys. Not a bullet. I'm sorry about that. No bullet there. Just 15 center. Is the hidden codes that threw me off. So center street. Comma. And then horizon.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I lost my spacing thing. On the spacing, it was supposed to be single.
Single, so it's a little closer to the worst village of the Apple Park. Otherwise, we'll be more set.
If it's Brenda, ask me.
Okay, hey,
And,
hold on.
and 33568. Right, and it's just a typical letterhead with the address right there.
I did that, Mr. Vasquez, but when I type in mine, it comes out red, underlined.
Red underline. Okay, so highlight it and make sure it's not underlined. I don't know why it will be red underline. Oh. That is strange.
I did line space 1. No. Ooh.
All right, look at, so at this point, look at, I'm gonna press the space bar and then that's where we need the bullet. So we're gonna put this bullet right here, see that? Space again, and then we can put the phone number. All right. So the phone, we're gonna put the words phone. You've seen it on letterheads. We're making the letterheads. It could be on the top, the address, or it could be at the bottom of a letter. So phone, and then there's a colon next to it. space, and then the area code in parentheses is 870. Space again, and then 555 hyphen 4400. Right. And don't forget to insert the symbols again. Another symbol here. Insert symbol and another bullet again. You seen that on when you see addresses? You remember that? Seeing that? That's how they do it. And then we're gonna put the email. And then colon space, and then the Apple Park. At world. Zoom in a little bit more so you guys see it. That looks really nice. Looks like a real letterhead. Even though we just created it. But it looks really neat.
Does look nice.
So the two bullets are to separate the different pieces of information, such as the address, the phone number, and the email. They're separated by a bullet. And not the bullets that we see on over here on the home tab. Not these bullets. Okay. These bullets are for basically for creating kind of like a list. This is not a list. This is just bullets to separate.
Like divide.
So these bullets are located on the symbol right here. Bullets or bullet. If I were to, everybody got this information. Let me zoom out a little bit so I can show you how my page will look like if I were to print it. Look at that. Looks like a real, you know,
Letterhead.
letterhead, basically, from a company.
Mr. Vasquez, my Apple Park email is in blue.
Okay, yeah, look at, this is what happened.
Pink and red.
Yeah, or in red. This is what happened. If I press the space bar, see, I don't press the space bar yet. Notice that, but if I press it now, see that? You see what happened?
No.
No, I don't. Everything I type is underneath there is red, and I'm getting
Comes a link.
bar lines on the left.
What's going on?
If you put one space in between Horizon and Montana, the red line will go away.
If I what?
If you put one space in between Horizon and Montana after the comma on Horizon.
Oh, maybe that's, maybe you don't have a space.
Horizon.
Right, Barbara. You're right, Barbara. It did that. Correct.
Okay, see that? Yeah, that's what it is. It's you should have told me that it was wavy underline. That means there's an error there. Like right here. See, it's sensing that it's not a really word, but it's not a word. It's a hyperlink. So when I press the space bar, look at or enter, it will create a hyperlink. Right. So that's fine. Don't worry about the blue underline. That means it's a hyperlink. Meaning that I can click on this and it will open up an application on your device to send an email to this company. That's what the hyperlink stands for. So go ahead and press enter, leave it alone. We're gonna remove the hyperlink in a little bit. So far it says to finish the text in the letterhead, all right, and bottom border. So this thing, I don't know if it has the. Let me see if it has the. No, it has a feature of borders. Okay, we're not gonna use that. For insert line or something to separate it, but we don't have it, so we're gonna leave it alone. So everybody good with that part?
No. But
No?
no, I don't want to hold up the class. I'm now when I'm trying to type out my wording underneath, it's in bolded in black, in orange underline. And I don't know how to get out of this.
I can see that you're a screen. I can tell you what's going on. I don't really know. All right, look, if your underline blue for the email is the only thing that should be underlined right now. Blue is, yeah. If you have a red underline, that means it's an error. There's no spaces or something that is causing that. It's a wavy underline, Keith. That's what it means. That it's it won't have no spaces, or it's a spelling error. Make sure everything is separated by a space, as you see on my document here. Like if I put MT and 33,568 together, I'll get a red underline. Look at. Well, it didn't because it thinks it's one word. But anything else, look at, if I put it together, like no spaces right here, it gave me the underline. Is that the type of underline that you have, the red underline? Oh. Let me see. Too small. Let me see if we can see it bigger here. Stop the thing and just go view speaker. So let me see. Go ahead and say something, kids, so that the highlight will go to you and then we can see it bigger. Go ahead and say something. Say something.
There we go. So that's what mine is showing, and I don't know how I got these lines on the left and why it's encased in black and why it's underlined in orange.
All right, I see what
I
it
think
is.
it's my equipment. And
No, it's not that. You know what it is? Is highlight the whole text, highlight it, and then go to the. Let me show you here. Let me go to my page here. Just let me undo this.
But it's about the only useful thing about having two computers right now is to kind of show you that. So highlight the whole thing, you say?
Highlight the whole thing. Go over here. Look at where it says on the home tab. Go on the. I think you have the highlight set up. Make sure it says no color. Click on no color.
So go to the highlight.
Highlight it first, and then go to highlight and select no color. Let me see if that makes any change on your.
And this is white. It's on automatic.
I don't know. Just go where to look at again. Highlight your whole text.
Okay.
like that, you're gonna go to the home tab, and on the highlight, you're gonna click on the little arrow and then select no color. Tell me what happens when you do that.
And so highlight the whole thing.
Huh?
And go to,
The mouse, highlight it with the mouse first. Select it basically is what I'm telling you.
let's go no color. Okay.
Did it do anything?
It just turned it red. Just turned it all red.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe you have to start again all over. Not for the part, but for the text that you're typing. Maybe there's something that color that you did or something. It should be no color. And on the look at on
Right, so I'll delete it.
and it should be set the color to black.
Right, and how do I get rid of these lines here that I don't know. Oh, I did that. My goodness, I'm absolutely bumbling tonight.
You do backspace all the way down to before the apple. Like we did before. Can you do that? Backspace all the way to the apple. Or just
put my cursor here.
or you can do this. You can click next to the apple and just press the delete key on the keyboard until it deletes everything else that is in front of it, including the line on the bottom.
So put my cursor here. Oops.
The apple and then press delete. Just hang on to the delete key until everything disappears on the bottom. No, nobody else does this, okay? Because then we're gonna delete it.
And now it's crossing out when I hit the delete key.
Should delete your second line. That's fine.
Yeah, but my line now, it's now look at it. It's geez Louise.
No, just press the delete key, hold it down until everything disappears on the bottom. You're not deleting your village, apple park, and your apples. Everything is gonna remain there. Don't press the backspace, press the delete key. Everything should go away and then you can type it again if that's the problem.
Oh.
Ay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Vasquez. Class is almost over. I don't want to hold up the class anymore. I'll just play around with this here.
All right, so yeah, just start a new document and then create it again. Always, it's a good practice to do that. Look at class, before we go and before we save it, look at, they want us to remove right here, class. So you notice how I have the hyperlink? If I right click anywhere on this blue underline words that for my email, look at, if I right click, there's on the menus, there's an option that says remove link. Look at what happens when I do that. It gets rid of the underline. Okay.
Okay.
Right click and remove link. And it gets rid of that. That's what they wanted us to do. Right click and then select, and the menu is going to be one that says remove link. And it takes out the blue and the underline. Right? Does anybody know how we're going to name this document? Let me see where we get to the point to save it. So we save it right here, and then we can. I don't know what the name of this document is, to be honest with you. It should be on the. Well, we can save it as Village Apple Park for now. It doesn't have name, so we're gonna name it just Village Apple Park. Village of Apple Park. So let's go ahead and save it. So you click on Document, save towards the OneDrive. Right here, we're gonna put the name is gonna be Village of Apple Park. We can rename it later, but for now, Village of. That's the name. Village of Apple Park. All right, so save it.
Save it by clicking on OneDrive?
No, just type the name right here and then save it.
Yeah.
That'll be easier to save, so that way we don't make it more complicated.
So I click on the save. After you type it, you just go back up to the arrow and
just press enter, and that's it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So mine says last save just now. So I just saved it right now. So that way we don't, because we're gonna create a really nice letter as part of this.
Perfect.
In case you were not able to complete this, anybody else who was not able to complete it, don't forget I'll be sending the video a little later, and then you can watch the video and follow the steps again. All right, so let me stop right here.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and good night.
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. Have a
Thank
great
you,
week.
Mr. Vasquez.
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you for your
Vasquez. Good night,
patience.
everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night. Good night.
Good night. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas
Buenas
noches.
noches.
Thank
Buenas
you.
noches.
Have a
Good
great
night, everyone.
day.
Good night.
Good night.
Jackie.
Jack, miss you.
Bye. Bye.